Folks, that was very interesting, and I don't want to get in the way of what you're doing today, except for that kind of reiterate some of the things that Ed was saying. For those of you that know me, I'm a contractor by trade. So I spent most of my life in design, build, construction, residential, commercial, industrial, construction around New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Texas, and Nevada. So for me, one of the most interesting things as a mayor is to see how we can take this 3% for energy projects and recycling and put it into the highest and best use in Albuquerque. And I think you hit on a couple of really key things. I truly believe that through science and technology, which we have in abundance here, we do more science per capita than anywhere in the world here, with this downtown innovation district that we're putting together called Innovation Central, with the work that Lori's doing and she's going to talk about with this 2030 district. I think we have really unique opportunities. And I'm in the U.S. Conference of Mayors and I'm the head of metro economies now, and mayors are starting to talk about an interesting concept, and that is, as we have a debate over climate change, as we have a debate over the whole process of what Ed was talking about today, I think mayors, myself included, have found a way to talk to almost everybody in a way that they can understand. Let me give you an example of that. Since 2010, we've done, and I brought a few stats, and we'll leave this little sheet outside for you if you want to pick it up on the way out. We don't force it on you, but if you want to read about some of the things we're doing, I think it's really interesting. Since 2010, we've done 5 times more energy efficiency projects than any time before 2010 in the city of Albuquerque. So we can go to people and say, we're doing good things with your dollars. Councilman Gardino's here, and the council's been very supportive of that 3% as I have as the mayor. But then I can also turn around to somebody and say, we've also saved you $2 million on avoided costs, on P&M rebates. So we can talk about climate and the fact that we've reduced carbon emissions by 6,800 tons by doing that. And then if you're interested in your pocketbook more than you're interested in that, we can tell you how much money we're saving you. And so it's really an interesting dynamic that's taken place. And by trying to be performance-based versus prescriptive, and as a contractor, I can tell you, and you hit on this a little bit, Ed, I'd rather as a contractor have the regulators say to me, we want you to be this much more efficient, we want you to drive energy use and costs down this much, and then let you figure out how you want to do that, rather than saying you have to do A, B, and C, be overly prescriptive. We have builders in Albuquerque that are leading the nation in energy efficient building because we let them be performance-based versus prescriptive. So I think there's some really interesting things. Just to put it in context, the 6,800 metric tons, that's the equivalent of us planting 175,000 trees in the city of Albuquerque. It's the equivalent of us taking 1,450 cars off of the road. So we're moving the needle, we're doing it in a way that we can say, talk about both return on investment and on market-driven solutions. And people who are buying houses in Albuquerque, if you talk to the builders, they'll tell you that the market wants their product. And so it's a perfect solution to attacking this situation from both sides. And I think one of the things that the Innovation District has, and some of the work that the 2030 District downtown has to offer, and Lori will talk about a lot of this, well, we can actually, we're looking to attract entrepreneurs. We're looking at reinventing the trajectory of our local economy around innovation and around entrepreneurship so that we can augment the tremendous public sector that we have here, some of which revenues are shrinking in recent years. And if we can start using material sciences through Sandia Labs, the University of New Mexico, through New Mexico Tech and New Mexico State University, and start inventing products in innovating ways so that at some point in time, every building that we live in, whether it's our home, every building that we work in, whether it's our place of business, our schools, I see in the not too distant future, and I'm no scientist, but I see entire buildings being able to be built with materials that collect the great natural resources we have, like the sun and some of the things in New Mexico. So going from your chart on how do we get this much energy into covering that much, I can just see a time in the not too distant future where we can really be building buildings that every component of that building, every assembly, every wall assembly, every roof assembly has something to do with energy efficiency and collection. And at that point, folks will be able to live in a house that's frankly off the grid. In many ways. And so it's a very exciting time, and I think Albuquerque has a very special part to play in this, and I think if we do it correctly and show people that we can do the right things, and we can do them in a way that has a tremendous return on investment, both financially and from an environmental standpoint, and we can unlock some of that technology, the labs that we're working so hard to unlock, and some of that tech transfer. I think we have a really tremendous opportunity here. And of course, I just love the idea of this district being downtown, because we want innovative, forward-thinking people to want to live downtown. This is a perfect opportunity to do that. So really enjoyed your talk, and congratulations on the work that you're doing, and I'll get out of your way. Thank you all.